You've been here before, with your heart stretched wide, hoping that love would finally choose you back. You've counted signs, tracked silences, and prayed for alignment to arrive on your timeline. But what you didn't know then is that true love never comes through force. It comes through surrender, through the moments you least expect and most deserve. The quiet mornings, the laughter with no reason, the sacred stillness you've now grown to live in. And that's where it's heading. Quietly, softly, surely. There's no need to chase what's already been assigned to your name. Heaven does not forget promises made in secret. And even when you thought you had been passed by, you were actually being preserved, protected, prepared. Because the kind of love you're being shaped for doesn't require your reaching. It meets you exactly where you stand. Not when you are performing, but when you are present. And you are finally fully becoming that woman. You stopped looking, not out of bitterness, but out of wisdom, out of trust. You learned to find joy in your own presence, to hold yourself the way you once wished others would, and that changed your frequency. You no longer vibrate in longing, you radiate in knowing. The love that's forming for you recognizes this version of you. The version that doesn't beg to be chosen. The version that knows she already is. This new love won't show up to fix you. It will arrive because you're whole. Because you're healing. Drew it in, like gravity. You are no longer someone who attracts based on wounds. You attract based on wisdom now. Peace has become your new standard. And anything that disturbs that will fall away before it even gets close. This time, love will not break you to teach you. It will gently reveal what was always waiting to be known. You won't see it coming. It'll slip into your life like sunlight through a window you forgot was open. You'll be busy living, fully, freely, beautifully. And then suddenly, you'll feel it. Not as a spark, but as a shift. Not as a rush, but as a recognition. You'll meet eyes and think, oh, there you are. And something in you will exhale without realizing it had been holding its breath. He won't arrive as a distraction. He'll come as clarity. His words won't confuse you, they'll soothe you. You won't wonder where you stand, you'll know. And his energy won't make you shrink or second guess. It will steady you, because he won't be drawn to the idea of you. He'll be drawn to the truth of you, the depth, the grace, the light you stopped dimming. You spent so long trying to decode red flags, you forgot that love could be simple. Not easy, but simple, clear, whole, honest. And now that clarity is what's finding you, because you finally made room for what doesn't need to be chased. And when it shows up, it won't feel like fireworks, it'll feel like breath, like rest. Like, I've been waiting for this without knowing I was. He's not what you were looking for, but he's exactly what your soul remembers. You'll recognize him not by appearance, but by peace. There will be no urgency, only presence. You won't need to impress him because your existence will already be enough. And your laugh, the one that returned when you healed, will be the sound that draws him closer. There will be moments where you question if it's real, simply because it feels so different. You're used to chaos disguising itself as chemistry. But this will move slow, deep-rooted. He will want to know you, not just your story, but your stillness. He'll admire your peace more than your pain, and he'll be drawn to your softness without trying to control it. He won't arrive with answers, but he'll meet your questions with patience. And that patience will make you feel safe. Safe to unfold, safe to speak, safe to be silent. This time, love won't demand explanation. It will meet you where you are, then walk beside you into who you're still becoming. You are not too much. You are finally being met by someone who sees it as just enough. He will not arrive with fireworks in his hands or chaos in his voice. Instead, he will come with steadiness in his eyes and peace resting on his shoulders. He won't need to win you over with grand declarations. The way he shows up will be the declaration. He'll bring quiet presence into your life, not noise to fill the silence. And in that silence, you will feel chosen. Not for how well you perform, but for how freely you exist. You will no longer carry the weight of being enough. You will simply be received. You won't have to guess his intentions or read between the lines of his words. His energy will say it all. Calm, certain, undeniably real. He'll speak from a place of inner wholeness, not emotional hunger. And you'll notice the way your heart doesn't flinch, the way your body doesn't brace for disappointment. That is how you'll know. This is not a test, it's a return to truth, to soul, to peace. You're no longer the woman who waits by the door. You're the woman who dances barefoot in her own garden. And he'll find you there, not hiding, not hoping, but blooming. He'll know it's you, because your light won't ask to be noticed. It will be impossible to miss. He won't rush you. He'll sit in the stillness with you and ask nothing more than for your presence. Not to fix him, not to prove yourself, just to share the air between your two becoming hearts. There's a part of you that still wonders if it's safe to trust again. That part was shaped by broken promises and lessons disguised as love. But this time will be different, not because he's perfect, but because you're healed. You no longer attract from fear, you attract from truth. And the love that answers, truth does not arrive to test you. It arrives to walk with you side by side, heart to heart. No chase, no fear, no confusion. He won't come looking for a woman who molds herself to fit his life. He'll be looking for someone who already is her life. And you, with your quiet joy and sacred fire, will fit not because you contorted, but because you stayed, aligned. He'll love your edges as much as your softness. He won't just celebrate your light, he'll protect it. He'll admire the way you carry both grace and boundaries. And for the first time, you'll feel seen without needing to shrink. This love won't try to fill the silence with performance. It will honor the space between words. Because in that space, there will be understanding. Unspoken. Undeniable. The kind of knowing that happens when two souls recognize each other's rhythm. You won't need labels or definitions to feel safe. The energy will speak louder than the language, and that energy will wrap around you like a prayer finally answered. You'll know it's different when your body no longer aches for explanation, when your nervous system doesn't wait for the drop, when your spirit whispers stay, not out of fear of losing, but out of trust in being held. He will not be your storm, he will be your shelter, and you, for the first time, won't mistake chaos for passion. You'll welcome the stillness like sunlight on your skin. No tension, just presence. You've spent so long decoding the wrong people that clarity now feels like magic. But this magic won't disappear when the high fades. It will deepen. It will remain. And when you look at him, you won't wonder if he's ready. You'll see it in his posture, his patience, his purpose. He'll carry his love like a sacred offering. And you'll finally receive love that doesn't ask you to bleed to feel worthy of it. He will come without needing to be rescued, and you won't feel the urge to fix him. You'll both arrive with scars, but not with shame. Instead of hiding the wounds, you'll honor how they've shaped your becoming. This love will not ask you to abandon yourself. It will invite you to return even deeper into who you are. He will meet you in that space, not with urgency, but with awe. He'll know you are not a project. You are a presence. He will admire the way you held your own through seasons of silence, the way you rose again and again without applause. You will not have to prove your resilience to him. He will feel it in the way you breathe peace into the room, in the way you sit in your body like a woman who knows she belongs. You don't beg anymore. You bless. And he'll walk in not to be rescued, but to honor the sanctuary you've become. You won't feel like a guest in his world. You'll feel like a homecoming. Not because he'll build his life around you, but because he'll create space for you to bring your full self. No rearranging, no apologizing. He will want your fire, your quiet, your questions, and your glow. He'll meet your truth with open arms, not defense. He won't fear your independence, he'll honor it. Because real love doesn't shrink you, it lets you expand. The way he listens will change you. Not because of what he says back, but because of how fully he'll be with you. His attention won't drift when your emotions rise. He won't retreat when your truth feels too deep. He'll stay, without trying to fix or silence. He'll understand that your strength lives in your vulnerability, and your softness is sacred. He will treat your voice like scripture, and in that listening, you'll feel more heard than you ever have in your life. He won't ask where you've been, but he'll feel the weight of your journey. He'll recognize the beauty in your resilience and the softness you chose to keep intact. He'll admire the woman who bloomed in quiet, who stayed rooted when no one clapped. You won't need to relive every heartbreak. He'll already see the wisdom in your eyes. And for the first time, love won't feel like something you survive. It will feel like something you rest inside. You won't need to explain your sensitivity or hide your spiritual depth. He won't mock the way you speak to the stars or trust divine timing. He'll lean in, not because he understands everything, but because he honors the mystery inside you. He won't ask you to change your language. He'll want to learn it. He'll make room for your rituals, your silence, your sacred ways. Because love, when it's real, is also reverence. The way he touches you will be different. It won't be about possession. It will be presence. His hands will ask permission even when his eyes are sure. His embrace will calm storms, not create them. You'll feel safe to melt, not to disappear. He'll make you feel held, not because he needs to prove his power, but because he knows your softness is a miracle. And when you surrender to it, you won't feel weak. You'll feel seen. There will be no games, no guessing, just devotion. That's quiet, steady, and real. You won't need to chase his attention or decode mixed signals. His consistency will speak louder than any flowers ever could. He'll show up when he says he will. He'll follow through. He'll make small moments feel sacred. And in that reliability, you'll find something new. Peace that doesn't bore you but builds you. You'll stop second-guessing your standards, because his presence will confirm everything you once questioned. You'll no longer wonder if you were asking too much. You'll realize you were simply asking the wrong one. This love won't challenge your worth. It will reflect it. It will feel like alignment, not effort. And when it fits, you won't have to shrink. You'll simply open. He will be human, flawed, imperfect, but emotionally honest. He won't hide behind silence or push you away when he's overwhelmed. He'll communicate, even when the words aren't polished. He'll show his growth through action, not performance. And you'll recognize that kind of realness, because you've earned it. You'll meet him without armor, not because you're naive, but because you finally feel safe to be soft. The love that's coming for you isn't coming to distract you from your purpose. It's coming to walk beside it. He won't fear the size of your vision. He'll ask where you want to go, and then he'll help carry the map. You won't have to slow down to be loved. You'll move together in rhythm, each step aligned, not identical, but in tune. And in that harmony, you'll feel empowered, not confined. You'll feel it in the quiet moments, the coffee brewing, the evening walks, the stillness after long days. The love won't need to constantly perform. It will breathe, stretch, settle into your life without disruption. It won't demand to be everything. It will simply choose to be with you. And in that choosing, over and over again, you'll remember what it means to belong without proving. You'll notice it in how he protects your peace, not by shielding you from life's chaos, but by never becoming the source of it. His energy won't shake your foundation. It will strengthen it. He'll be a safe place to land, not just a thrill to chase. And over time, you'll realize love isn't just about butterflies. It's about breathing easier when he's near. He won't fear your silence or need to fill every pause. He'll understand that quiet can be sacred too. Some evenings he'll sit with you under dim light, hand in yours and no words exchanged. And yet your soul will feel louder than ever, because the love that finds you this time will speak in stillness. It will be fluent in calm. You'll feel inspired, not exhausted. There will be no pressure to perform or prove. You won't feel like a task to complete or a puzzle to fix. You'll feel like a song that's been waiting to be heard. And he will listen, not because he has to, but because something in him recognizes something eternal in you. This love won't start with sparks and end with smoke. It will build like a fire that was meant to last. Gentle, intentional, slow burning. It will warm you on cold nights and light your path when things get dark. You'll look back and wonder how you ever settled for anything that scorched instead of sustained. He'll never make you question your intuition. Instead, he'll invite it. He'll ask what you feel, not just what you think. And in that space, your inner knowing will grow louder, bolder, more alive. He will honor the wisdom within you, not compete with it. And that will remind you that love can be deeply spiritual too. When you speak of your dreams, he won't flinch. He won't redirect the conversation or minimize your fire. He'll lean in, genuinely curious, and ask how he can support them. He won't feel threatened by your ambition. He'll be drawn to it, because the right one will see your future as a place where you both belong. He won't confuse your past for your identity. He'll know that the pain you've walked through shaped you but doesn't define you. He'll see the strength in your scars and still believe in your softness. He'll cherish who you are now, not who he imagines you could be if only you were less. And in that acceptance, you'll heal even deeper. You won't have to play small to fit in his life. He won't ask you to dim your light so he can shine. Instead, he'll be the kind of man who celebrates your glow, who stands beside you as an equal, not above or behind. And that equality will feel like freedom, a partnership where you both rise together. You'll see it in how he responds. When you're hurting, he won't get defensive or disappear. He'll stay, even when the conversation is hard, even when you're not your best self. He'll bring calm into the storm and make room for your whole self, joy and shadows alike. Because love that's real holds space for the mess too. You'll never feel like an obligation. He won't be with you out of guilt or habit. He'll choose you, day after day. Not out of need, but because his soul knows where it feels most alive. And you won't have to ask for consistency. He'll give it freely, because your presence in his life will feel like grace, not work. He'll love you in your entirety, not just the version that smiles for the world. He'll want to see the parts of you that rarely leave the quiet corners. He'll lean into your fears and your questions, not run from them. And when you're unsure, he'll remind you that you don't have to be perfect to be profoundly loved. You'll trust again, not because he forces you to, but because his energy makes it feel possible. His presence won't trigger your defenses. It will soften them. He won't ask for your walls to come down all at once. He'll wait, patiently, with the kind of patience that says, I know you're worth the time. Your laughter will return in ways you forgot it could. It won't be forced. It will flow. In the middle of ordinary days, while cooking dinner or folding laundry, He'll say something or do something that reminds you. Joy is still here. Love, when real, brings life back to places that were quietly fading. There will be no scoreboard, no tally of who gives more. He'll give without keeping track, and you'll do the same. Not because you're trying to earn each other, but because love, when mutual, becomes a rhythm. A give and receive that flows without fear. That's what balance feels like. That's what peace feels like. He won't just show up for the big things. He'll show up for the mundane, the daily, the unnoticed. He'll remember how you like your tea. He'll save the last bite for you. He'll ask how your day really was, and actually listen. Love won't just be a feeling, it will be a series of quiet choices, and those choices will echo louder than grand gestures ever could. You won't feel the need to disappear to be loved. He won't fall in love with your potential, but with your present. You'll be free to evolve, not pressured to perform. With him, healing won't feel like a chore. It will feel like the most natural thing in the world. Because love this time will walk with you through it, not wait for you to arrive at perfect. He won't idolize you, but he will deeply respect you. He won't pretend you're flawless, but he'll still choose you, especially when the world is noisy and uncertain. In his presence, you'll feel like enough, not in a loud, dramatic way, but in the quiet truth that sinks deep into your bones and stays. You won't fear abandonment, not because he promises he'll never leave, but because everything about him whispers, "I'm here." His tone, his timing, his touch. He'll be rooted in a way you've never known. And for the first time, stability won't feel like boredom. It will feel like safety. And safety, you'll learn, is a form of love too. He'll never be intimidated by your light. He'll be inspired by it. He won't try to outshine you or dim you. He'll simply shine beside you. And in his company, you'll feel more like yourself than ever before. Because the love that's meant for you will never feel like a battle. It will feel like a blessing. And finally, when you look into his eyes, you'll realize this love didn't come because you chased it. It came because you became it. You became the kind of woman who no longer begs for crumbs, who sits at the table of her own worth, who stopped looking and finally let herself be found. Thank you, beloved soul, for receiving this message today. If these words stirred something within you, hope, peace, a whisper of faith, then know this was not by accident. You were meant to hear it, and heaven is rejoicing for your open heart. Now I ask you to confirm you've received this message by declaring, "I can do all things through him who strengthens me." Make sure you stay close to this divine journey by subscribing to our channel and turning on the notification bell. That way you won't miss the next messages from the angels, because they're coming just when you need them most. Until then, keep your heart open. You are seen, you are guided, and above all, you are deeply loved.